Welcome back to the False Nines YouTube channel, welcome back to Football Manager 2018 and the Liverpool save, and in today's video, the first leg of the EFL Cup semi-final is against Leicester, and the first leg at Anfield is going to be played today. Last time we suffered our first league defeat against Chelsea. It was heavy, it was 4-1, so yeah, we had a bit of work to do to get ourselves back up to where we were. We're still top, but yeah, that was our first league defeat. And today, hopefully, we can take a step towards making another cup final. If you're enjoying the videos, make sure you leave a like down below, leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button. So before we get into this Leicester game, a couple of bits of business to go through. One being the games off screen, which I'll go through very shortly. But first of all, it's the January transfer window. So there's been a few developments. Let's see what's been happening. Let's start off with a couple of youngsters who I signed sort of in between windows and they've joined the club. The first one being Alexander Kopf, a German centre-back who we signed from Stuttgart. The underlying stats are good as a defensive centre-back, and you know, I don't think he's too far away from first team, but at the moment he's in the under-23s. I just needed to sort out the defence because we didn't have a lot of depth in defence, and even in the reserve teams and the under-18s. The defenders weren't very good. We had Lloyd Jones and that was about it for like decent options. And the second player is another centre-back. This one's called Raul. He's got a bit more potential than his German counterpart. This guy's Spanish and he was signed from Sevilla, who's not played as much, like 20 games for the C squad, and that's it. But yeah, no, he looks a bit better. The marking's better. Good tackling. One more player. He's going to be first team and he's already got a goal. And here he is. We've signed Marco Asensio on loan for the rest of the season, but we can buy him permanently any time with a fee of £50 million. So I think that's good going. To loan him for the rest of the season, it's costing us about $600,000 a month, and not a great deal of his wages actually. We're not paying a lot wage-wise, but he looks really, really good. Technically great, really good first touch. His finishing is good. Penalties are not too bad. Good crosser, good dribbler. He looks like a complete package for that attacking midfielder. As I said, he's already scored for us in the Premier League, and we can't play him in the Champions League, unfortunately, but hopefully he can help us to retain the league title and maybe pick up an FA Cup and an EFL Cup on the way as well. So do keep an eye out for him. And yeah, he is going to replace Lallana, who's moving next month to the MLS. So Asensio is going to be, you know, competing with Firmino for that number 10 role. We'll see what happens. So we've got space for one more player, and it's going to be like a left-sided attacking midfielder. So someone like Griezmann, I think, would be an absolute amazing player to have. But we'll see what's about, and we'll have a look at, you know, who we could potentially get. So we'll see what's about, and we will spend the rest of that money, or most of it, before the end of the window. I guarantee it. And hopefully we can get it on someone who's amazing, but we can play in the Champions League. So we'll see what's about. Okay, let's move on to the fixtures that we played off screen. So following on from the 4-1 defeat against Chelsea, we faced Crystal Palace at home. And, you know, we did the job. We won 3-0. Belotti got 2 and Coutinho got 1. Palace had, you know, few shots. They weren't great. Liverpool were just on top and we defended well. We controlled the midfield. Belotti popped up with a couple of goals. And, you know, we were given a chance to actually play a few different players. So Ajaria came on. I'm trying to get him a bit more first team football this season. Joe Gomez came on. Lallana came on. So yeah, 3-0 win. First goal came on 35 minutes. Second goal by Coutinho just before half time. And then Belotti with goal number 3 on 54 minutes. Good win. And then we faced Burnley at home, and we won 7-1, which is our biggest win so far, joint biggest win, including the 6-0 over Slavia Prague. We also had a 7-2 over Huddersfield as well. That's a high scoring game, but this is our biggest win margin in the league so far. Didn't get off to a great start though. Firmino injured on 5 minutes, and he's still out as well, so he's unavailable at the moment. Broken toe, I believe it was. We'll have a look at that though. We got things underway in the 18th minute with a goal from Andrea Belotti. Who else? He's top scorer again this season for us. So he got the first goal, and then it was at 2-0 on 20 minutes. Just 2 minutes later, it was Mohamed Salah getting a goal there. It was 3-0 on 40 minutes. Belotti got his second goal of the game, so 3-0 before half-time's good. We picked up where we left off in the second half, Sadio Mane making it 4-0 on 49 minutes. Just a couple of minutes later, though, Burnley did show some signs of life with a goal from Chris Wood just 2 minutes later. Then we scored our 5th goal, Mane getting his 2nd of the game. And then after that, it was Coutinho adding his name to the score sheet, 78 minutes, scoring Liverpool's 6th goal. And then we made it the magnificent 7 in injury time, Mohamed Salah scoring his 2nd goal of the game on 92 minutes. So 3 players getting 2 goals, Coutinho getting 1. Not a great start with the injury to Firmino, but 7 goals scored, fine. Up next, we faced Portsmouth at Anfield in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. And I used this game to play, again, a few different players. So the back 4 was a bit different. Alexander-Arnold played his first game in a while. We played Ajaria. We played Marco Grujic. We played Ben Woodburn. We started Ben Woodburn. So, yeah, just a very rotated team. And Mignolet came back in between the goal as well. So, he's going to get a run now. Butland's had a good few games and he's done all right. He hasn't done anything wrong. But Mignolet is going to come back in for the foreseeable future. We scored the first goal in the game on 20 minutes. It was Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain getting that goal. We did go off with a knock in the second half. It was, I don't know what it was, but I think he's okay. But he scored the first goal. And then we made it 2-0 just before half-time. Daniel Sturridge scored a goal. Made some changes in the second half, and Harry Wilson scored his first senior goal in the second half. He came on 65 minutes, and just 5 minutes later, he got a goal. So Harry Wilson off the mark for the Liverpool first team, and hopefully that's going to be the first of many. We'll try and get him some more first team games here and there. And also of note, the first regen to play in the save. Freddie Yazzie came on towards the end, 16-year-old American, central attacking midfielder. Made his first appearance, so Freddie Yazzie, the first regen to appear in this save. But yeah, a comfortable win over Portsmouth. In the 4th round, we had to wait for a replay. I don't remember who won it. Okay, so the replay hasn't been played yet, so we'll have to wait and see who it's going to be. But it's going to be either Brentford or Barnsley, so it's going to be either a Championship or a League One side. Hopefully, we should win that. Again, we'll try and play a bit of a different team and try and get some players involved. Following on from the win against Portsmouth, we travelled to the London Stadium and we faced West Ham and we won 4-0. We're rolling at the moment. The Chelsea defeat was just a blip and, we're doing as well as we have been. The first goal in the game came from Belotti on 29 minutes. Just before half-time, we did double our lead and it was a Matías Stasic, a rare goal for a defender. There's only been maybe a couple of goals from defenders this season. Stasic got one. It was a tap-in. Made it 3-0 in the second half. Belotti got his 2nd goal of the game on 72 minutes. And then Mohamed Salah got the 4th goal on 85 minutes. Once again, it was just a dominant performance. West Ham, similar number of shots to us, 13-19, but none of them went in. Finally, and the one that I'm most happy about, was a 3-0 win over Manchester United. Just absolutely trounced them. They had 1 shot on target. And, it's always nice to beat Man United. It's very difficult to beat Man United on this game. They always seem to do very well. But we absolutely trounced them. First goal, 15 minutes. On his debut, Marco Asensio only needed 15 minutes to score his first Liverpool goal. So, fantastic start to his Liverpool career. Hopefully a long one. I'm sure we'll get him permanently sometime during this loan. If he's going to continue to perform like that. Second goal came from Belotti on 26 minutes, 2-0 after 26 minutes. Just absolutely fantastic first half. And then the third goal, it came from Belotti. Who else? 64 minutes. So 3-0 against Manchester United. We did have to finish the game with 10 men though. Joe Gomez came off with an injury and he will be unavailable for today's game against Leicester. So 5 wins out of 5 off screen. Apart that defeat against Chelsea, that red mark amongst all this green, it sucks to see it there. We've only drawn 3 games this season. We've lost 2. Everything else we've won. This team is probably the best team that I've played with on Football Manager. It's just so good, but we just need to win the Champions League. That's what I want to do. So we are 10 points clear at the top of the table at the moment. Man City in 2nd, Chelsea in 3rd, Man United in 4th. And today, though, it's about the EFL Cup. We've got to beat Leicester at home in the first leg. And the FA Cup replay is being played today as well, so we'll find out who we get in the next round. So Joe Gomez's injury, it is 10 to 12 days. It was a concussion, so there you go. There's been a couple of those this season, concussions. Belotti had one as well. So he's unavailable, so we're going to go Dejan Lovren for today's game. play him as the stopper, and then we'll move John Matip onto the bench if I can find him. There he is. Other injuries, Roberto Firmino still out for a few weeks with the broken toe, so, you know, the timing of Asensio coming in is good. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is going to be back in a few days from a pulled hamstring. We're going to go completely unchanged from the Man United win. Robertson staying at left back. He's been doing fantastically, as you can see, so he's staying in there. And this team's doing well. Asensio will play his second game. Let's see if we can beat Leicester. Jamie Vardy's got a torn abdominal muscle, so he's out for a few weeks. But still a decent team. Mahrez is there. They've got Otavio, Adrian Silva, of course, who they couldn't play for 6 months. And Didi. They've got Iborra at centre-back. They've got a guy called Montez. They've got Ben Hamer in goal. It still seems a bit of a rotated Leicester side with guys like Gray in there, but still a good team. Okay, the match is underway. Let's see if we can get a good hold on the tie with this first leg. You know, a 2 or 3-0 win would be nice, maybe more. As long as we don't draw, because going to Leicester needing a win, it's not an ideal place to be in. 8 minutes in here, Wijnaldum plays it through. He's lost the ball, but it's given back again. Asensio plays through James Milner, and Milner, oh, that should have been on target, Milner, come on. Just rolled wide. Riyad Mahrez to Otavio, and it's a good interception there by Nastasic. Now Marco Asensio picks out Sadio Mane. Mane's finish is good, and that's 1-0, 9 minutes played. Great start to the game. And Asensio with an assist as well, that's good. Scored last game, in this game he gets an assist. Nastasic did well to intercept the pass by Otavio as well, and then Asensio picking up Mane, and Ben Hamer's done terribly there. That he should have saved that. He didn't even go to ground. Just a couple of minutes after that goal, Leicester have a highlight. Here is Otavio. Now Riyad Mahrez, and I don't know who that was aimed towards, but Nastasic deals with it easily. Robertson to Mo Salah. Now Salah using his pace. Can he pick out a player? He's managed to find Belotti. The Leicester defence was napping, and it's 2-0 in 12 minutes. I mean, Mo Salah with a blistering 40-yard run, and then manages to play through Belotti. I mean, the number 13 there, who are you? Montez just completely fallen asleep. Mahrez coming forward again for Leicester, showing some signs of life, but Robertson, again, an easy tackle. And now Salah to Asensio. And Belotti, again, that number 13 is having a terrible time, and it's 3-0, and we haven't even played 14 minutes yet. Belotti's got 2, and Belotti with an easy finish. That number 13, that Montez, I mean, what's he on so far? He's on a 6.6. He should be on about a 2. Belotti, Mane's through again. It's going to be 4. No, it was almost 4, but Ben Hamer actually made a save for a change. Had a bit of a quiet period at last. In 22 minutes, it's another highlight. And Andrea Belotti looks for Milner, and then Milner to Mane. I think it was Mane he meant for. I'm getting my words mixed up here. And it's 4-0. Mohamed Salah's just smashed the ball in the net. 4-0, 22 and a bit minutes played. I mean, if we're continuing like this, we're going to get double figures today. I mean, it was that Fuchs with the blocked header, and then Milner did find Mane. I'm getting my words mixed up there. Salah with a goal. Simpson's just gone for a clearance, and it's fallen to Salah. Salah with a cross, and Belotti's got a hat-trick. 26 minutes, we're already winning 5-0. This is the best squad I've ever played with. Like, this squad is so good. And, you know, if we're going to play like this, then Champions League, it's ours. We're going to do it. We're going to win number 6. Belotti's got a hat-trick. Salah got an assist. He's got a goal. Mahrez. And there's Kelechi Iheanacho. And is he going to get a shot here? Oh, he has a shot on target. Leicester are playing football. Mo Salah to James Milner. Asensio plays that out wide to Klein, who's getting involved now. And Klein's cross is headed away by Montez, defending actually by Leicester for once. Robertson with the cross. And Belotti, oh, it's in again. It's 6-0. 31 minutes, we're winning 6-0. Belotti's got 30 goals this season. He's got 4 in half an hour. Wijnaldum with a header. And then Robertson with the cross. Belotti with the header. It came off the bar. It rolled over the line. We've had 15 minutes without a goal. This game's boring, guys. Shall I say don't get complacent? Are we going to draw? Or we'll undo all this work in the second leg and they'll win 7-0. Don't even joke about that. Right, attacking. We're on very fluid. We were retaining possession. Let's just pump the ball into the box. Let's just see how many goals we can get. Let's go for double figures. But we've not had a goal for almost half an hour of the game. Like, that's not good enough. Leicester have a corner. Fuchs. It's headed away. And Adrian Silva with a shot over. Oh, we have a highlight. 62 minutes. Here is Gini Wijnaldum. Here's Sadio Mane. And Andy Robertson to Salah. And Salah with Belotti. And he's headed it right into the hands of Hamer. That should have been number 5. Wijnaldum to Asensio. Here's Milner to Sadio Mane. He's got Klein in support. Finds him. Back into the middle to Asensio. Wijnaldum to Mane. And Mane's cross. And Salah's at the far post. That's number 7. That's is that 2 for Salah? Wijnaldum to Mane. And then Mane with a cross. And Salah at the far post. Right, should we make a substitution? Let's take off Asensio. Someone might have to come off. Actually, no, let's take off Wijnaldum. We'll bring on Naby Keita. Come and join the fun, Naby. Alright, do you know what? Harry Wilson, come and join the fun, mate. See if you can get yourself another goal. And let's also go Origi up top. Do you know what? Last few minutes, we're going overload. Let's try and get 8. This is our biggest win so far. Leicester actually have a late corner here. It's headed away by Nastasic. And here is Mohamed Salah. 89 minutes played. There might be time for maybe 1 or 2 more here. Salah's just going all the way here. And, well, why would you... I mean, this is funny. That's funny. I mean, the lowest rating for Leicester was a Tavia with a 4.6. I think that's generous. Because Leicester have been absolute dog here today. As Inacho almost went for goal. But again, the defending has just been simple. This is a training game for Liverpool. This is all this is. And poor Leicester, they've still got to play a second leg against us. We've won 7-0. And 6 goals came in the first half. We could have had double figures there. But yeah, it didn't happen. But 7 goals. I mean, I think it's fair to say we're in the final, guys. I'm trying to see who I can buy that I can actually play in the Champions League. So, I could buy Eden. Well, look at the asking prices for Hazard. I mean, these players are good, but they're not the standard that I want. I mean, let's submit an inquiry for Hazard. I mean, you know, I might just end up buying someone like Griezmann or something. But I mean, you know, let's submit some offers. Bellarabi, he's available to play in the Champions League. He's more suited to the right hand side though. Unless we get an English player and for that left side, like a good one. And then where do we blow all that money? Because I want to spend it all. I really want to spend it all. But where else do we need? What else could we get? I guess we could get a player for the right. I don't know. But I'm going to spend all that money before next episode, before this window shuts. When is the second leg against Leicester? Second leg is on the 30th of Jan. So it'll be almost deadline day. So we will get to the end of the transfer window and we will have spent the rest of our money by the time that comes around. Whether it be on a brilliant player that we can't play in the Champions League or a decent player that we can play and then we just get an absolute superstar for the league. I don't know. But we are going to spend all that money next episode. But for today, that's going to do it. We won 7-0 today. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that unless you win 8-0 or 9 or 10. But 7-0 win, fantastic. Second leg should be a simple job. We could play a second string team for that, probably, and not lose more than 7-0. Although it might harm our confidence going into Brentford. But yeah, that's gone well. If you enjoyed the video today, make sure you drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when they're up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next episode where we're going to face Leicester and we're going to spend £94 million on players. See you then. Thank you for watching and goodbye.